Hi, my name is Nick Kern, and this speech is called The Life of a White-tailed Deer. I found a white-tailed deer's life to be very dangerous but interesting in a way. They play different roles according to the sexes of a deer. A doe seems to live more with the mother doe, seems to grow up with the herd, while a buck seems to separate from the herd and kind of take on its own path. They grow differently as well. A doe is much smaller, obviously, and a doe begins as a fawn, as most know, with little spots on it like Bambi. She then progresses to a yearling, and a yearling is just a doe that is a little bit bigger. She loses her spots. From a yearling, she then grows from a yearling to a young doe, and then from a young doe to a mature doe and an adult doe. A buck starts out as a button buck with a much bigger body, obviously, than a doe. It starts out with little buttons on its head, and then progresses from that to a little spike, which is a spike is just two little antlers up above their head. They then grow from a spike to a young buck, which is with little antlers, and then to a mature buck, which is a buck with nice antlers, and then from a mature buck to an old buck. When they get to a certain age, usually around 5, 6, 7, they either regress their antlers uh, whenever they shed them at the end of the year, and whenever the antlers come back, they won't grow back as big, or they'll grow back actually bigger and start sprouting little points, non-typical points we call them, and become a trophy buck. That happens, that doesn't happen very often. More often than not, they retain their antlers. They keep a big body all the time, and all the minerals and nutrients that they get from all the food they eat, as well as the genetics, affect the antlers and the growth of the antlers. They have a very, very short life expectancy. One of the main reasons, as most know, are car crashes. They are the smartest little creature in the woods, as most hunters can tell you. They can hear you from a mile away, see you from a mile away, but when it comes to being out on the road, they are very, very silly. They're very dumb. They just they stay on one side of the road, and when you pass them, they feel like they have to jump out in front of you and not instead of just going the other way. And we don't know exactly why they do that, but I have a statistic here that I got off a site, and it reads: in the U.S., 1.5 million deer collisions happen per year in the U.S., and that number is just staggering to me. And the other reason why the population is kept down is because of the deer season. This deer season portion enables the hunters to go out and harvest deer. Uh, this keeps the white-tailed deer population down. I have another statistic I got off the site here. In 2011, 16 southeastern counties in Missouri took over 6,000 deer in one weekend, and that number also is staggering. So you can see how the population is thinned out every year, so that they don't get overpopulated. Um, to me, a deer's life kind of relates to a soldier in a way. If you think about a soldier's life over here and how they go into battle, and then you come back over and you think about a deer's life and how they defend themselves every season during deer season or on the road. A soldier has all of his fellow soldiers with him when he's going into battle, and a deer on this side has other deer around him when they're defending themselves throughout the deer season. Well, obviously, soldiers, they see their fellow soldiers get killed every day, as sad as it is. And then when you come over here to the deer side, they also get killed every deer season. They see all their other deer around them get killed every year, and so it's kind of a. I'm not comparing to them in any other scale. It's a decent relation in a way, and it brings me kind of to my next point about them being overpopulated. I just I wonder what would happen if we didn't kill each other all the time, if we didn't die of natural causes and diseases and accidents. We would be overpopulated. Now, does that mean we have our own deer season, human season? It's just something to think about. I don't think it would get to that extreme, but it's always something to think about. I believe that deer are beautiful creatures. I'm a hunter myself, but I harvest a deer because that's what God intended to, and it's for my family. But I believe that they live very cool lives, and if they can get through the seasons and not get hit by a car, then they can enjoy life's treasures every day being outdoors. So this has been my speech of a life of a white-tailed deer. Thank you.